Snoopy, you can't go with us. Dogs aren't allowed on the school bus.
Hi, my name is Sam Leeds.
And my name is Olivia Drost.
And welcome to the 5th episode of the Cedar Post.
Concerning world news this week, Guinea declared an Ebola epidemic in the West African nation. 3 deaths and 4 infections have since been reported. Neighboring countries are said to be taking extra precautions and having citizens on high alert in order to protect themselves from this deadly virus. The government reassures its citizens' safety by explaining that all necessary measures are being taken to put an end to this epidemic. In other news, a meteor lights up Melbourne skies, leaving Australian citizens in awe. The meteor exploded in the sky on Valentine's Day. The celestial rock was announced to be traveling at about 40 kilometers per second or 25 miles per second. This falling rock set the romantic mood for many this Valentine's Day. Lastly, Happy Chinese New Year. 2021 is the year of the ox. If you're feeling stressed and worried because of this pandemic, don't worry. Chinese astrologers predict that relief and better days are to come at the end of the year.
In U.S. news this week, President Joe Biden is planning to hold a virtual meeting with the leaders from the Group of 7 Nations on Friday. According to a White House statement Sunday night, Biden is committed to coordination on vaccine production, distribution, and supplies, as well as continued efforts to mobilize and cooperate against the threat of emerging infectious diseases. This virtual meeting will be hosted by the United Kingdom and attended by leaders from Canada, Germany, France, Japan, the European Commission, and the European Council.
Hi, I'm Wyatt Rhodes with an update on the Trump impeachment trials. The Senate voted 57-43 on Saturday, 13th, to acquit former President Donald Trump for the charge of inciting an insurrection. Even though a majority of senators voted against Trump, Democrats fell short of the 67 votes needed to convict. 7 GOP senators, including Pat Toomey from Pennsylvania, crossed the aisle and joined the Democrats on the vote. Trump is the first president in history to be impeached and acquitted twice.
Hi, I'm Morgan Farnoff, here with your local news. Frustratingly, the ability to use the internet effectively has been a defining factor for whether the most vulnerable population can get the COVID vaccine. In light of this, the Pennsylvania state government has decided to make some changes to the system. Beginning February 19th, Allison Beam, acting PA Department of Health Secretary, said, vaccine providers must offer appointment scheduling to everyone eligible in Phase 1A, both online and through phone systems that are answered by a person. Also, the state-run PACE program will be finding ways to make the vaccine more accessible for both the elderly and for those high at risk by helping with transportation and scheduling. With these improvements in place, there is greater hope for a more efficient rollout. With all the chaos COVID-19 has caused, Central PA is looking forward to a familiar winter spectacle. The traditional Lidditz Fire and Ice Show will look a little different this year. Reflecting the need for COVID-friendly events, it will now be called the Lidditz Ice Walk, and the event will take place from February 12th to February 20th. February is a slow month for Lidditz businesses, so the Ice Festival is always a comforting boost for shops in the community. Lidditz has announced that the Lidditz Fire and Ice Show will return to normal for next year. In the meantime, if you're looking for a day trip, check out the unique ice sculptures in the local scene.
Hey guys, it's Parker, back with school sports for the previous week. The boys basketball team was back and better than ever, winning 2 of their games this past week. They won their first game against Mechanicsburg 78-75. Their second game was against Mifflin County and they blew them out of the water 63-22. For girls basketball, they won 2 games this week as well. They won their games against Mechanicsburg 37-23. And their second game was against Mifflin County with a score of 52-31. For wrestling this week, the guys lost all 4 of their matches. For better news, the boys won their swimming and diving meet with a score of 70-52 to Carlisle. That's all we have for this week. Thanks, and as always, roll Colts.
I'm Juliana Alvelo Davies, and this is your science briefing. The national COVID numbers this week are 602,906 infections and 21,411 deaths as of Tuesday, February 16th. The worldwide rate of COVID-19 infections has declined 17% last week, according to the WHO. This has led to the lifting of mask mandates in some states, namely in Montana and Iowa. The mask mandate in North Dakota has expired in January and hasn't been renewed yet. The director of the CDC, Dr. Rochelle Walensky, has warned that it is premature, stating, quote, "We are nowhere out of the woods." Finally, researchers at the CDC have found that by using 2 masks, you can block 92.5% of potentially infectious particles. They recommend using a cloth face mask over a single-use surgical mask. Additionally, if you wear a single mask, knotting the ear loops close to where the strings meet the mask fabric can block 63% of particles, 21% more than if a mask is unknotted. As always, wear a mask, wash your hands, and stay healthy.
Hi, I'm Tristan Metherell with this week's music segment. The Spring Musical's Chocolate Fundraiser is continuing through this week. If you see a cast or crew member in school, make sure to stop by and grab some candy for $1 per chocolate bar. This past Sunday, Cedar Cliff held a solo festival featuring 7 performers from grades 1 through 12. It's encouraging to know our school is hosting live performances in the safest way possible.
Hi, I'm Andrew Binyaga, and this week on Pop Culture. Big news in the music world. Superstar Taylor Swift has announced that she's re-recording her Fearless album and gave fans a sneak peek with a recording of Love Story. Over in the fashion world, February 14th marked the start of New York Fashion Week. Due to the pandemic, most fashion designers, such as Canadian-Taiwanese designer Jason Wu, are streaming their shows virtually. Oh baby! The Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle announced another pregnancy on Valentine's Day. A spokesperson for the couple said, "We can confirm that Archie is going to be a big brother."
Thank you all so much for watching.
And as always, please follow our socials at the Cedar Cliff Post on Instagram and at Cliff_Post on Twitter.
Stay classy, Cedar Cliff.